coming up on At Your Leisure.
Hey, I'm Scout Huntsman. We're going along with the Lone Peak Four-Wheelers today on a meet and greet. Come check it out.
Hi, I'm Katy Yardley.
I'm Mark Yardley, and welcome
to our kitchen. Today we are going to be making Maid Rite burgers.
Hi, I'm Chad Booth. Will Oxley is going to show you how you can ride a beautiful remote trail and do an important part of saving trail access.
This is my favorite scene. Jeeps in the background, snow capped in the mountains there. I don't know about the snow, but blue sky, certainly everything all comes together. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it does. It's a beautiful day today.
Hey everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Scout Huntsman.
I'm Skylar Dykstra.
Now we're here in 5 Mile Pass, and where are we going today? You're leading it.
We're going up Rattlesnake. We got quite the group today. A lot of new people, a lot of people have been doing it for a long time, so it's going to be a great day.
And this is a great club, and you guys are doing, this is an open meet and greet.
Yeah, it is.
So what does that mean?
It means we got a lot of people here today. We opened it up to our public page on Facebook, and we got probably almost close to 40 people today.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles along with us today. It's a perfect day for it. We're doing Rattlesnake. Hey, let's check it out.
Today we're on Rattlesnake. It is a 3-rated trail. It has some optional harder lines if you want to do the harder lines. It's really just an all-around fun trail.
Yeah, I would agree. It's not a super long day, but definitely enough. There's some points that get your heart racing. It's not too difficult, and the views are amazing.
Yeah, I wheeled this area quite a bit. I've been coming here for about 3 years or so. That's one of the reasons why we're good at it here, is we just have a lot of variety, a lot of options for a lot of people. No matter what you're into, you can find some way to go out and have a good time off-roading.
Utah is actually a never-ending trail. If you think you've gone to one place and have explored that one trail, you have about 40 more in that same area that you have not and you would want to explore. And even though like this trail that I have been before, because of the weather, next time you visit this trail, it's another different trail.
The ride we're doing today is not really an intense ride. We can't afford to fix our Jeep every time, so we can't afford to go on the 6s and 7s and 8s. And so we go on these that are 3s and 4s because they're a lot of fun. We get to see a lot of scenery, get to see a lot of our good friends, and they have some good challenges too. There's still some adrenaline that comes along when you're doing some of the steep climbs. When we came around this corner right here, we kept hearing them say, okay, now you gotta gun it, you gotta gun it. So I thought, well, I'm gonna start out in second, and I may have to downshift in the middle of what they're talking about being a horrible hill. And I got really worried, and then I saw it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yes, matter of fact, I was proud enough. My very first official trail is this. So that was a year ago, but this is the first time that I finally had the guts to actually drive this trail.
Hey, we're rolling along on the Rattlesnake Trail. You can see it's a fun one. You know, I don't always go to Moab. I don't have to be in Moab. We all know I love Moab. But this is right here in our backyard in the Wasatch Front, and I love it. And we're having a great time today. So while we're getting up to our lunch spot coming up here, you guys check out this really good story coming up.
Hi, I'm Katy Yardley.
I'm Mark Yardley, and welcome
to our kitchen. Today we are going to be making Maid Rite burgers. Now I learned about this because we have an Eagles Landing in Avoca, Iowa.
And I'd never heard of Maid Rite burgers before. They originated in Iowa, so hopefully you enjoy them as much as we do. We start with 2 pounds Yardley Steak Burger. You want to break it up real good. I always like to season my meat, so we want to season it with a little, well, a lot of salt and a lot of pepper. Got to get your flavors in right here. Smelling so delicious already, isn't it?
Yep.
All right.
So simple, but so good.
So easy. I've really gotten into these easy dishes lately because as much as I love to cook, we're so busy that if I'm gonna fix dinner for us, I don't always have the time for these big elaborate meals. So I like when I can come home and have something from the time I start cooking to it's on the plate within 20 to 30 minutes. You wanna break it up in really small, fine pieces as you can on this one. You wanna hand me the onions and the peppers? So I've just finely diced up about between 1/2 to an onion and 1 yellow bell pepper. So really fine, a very fine dice on these. And then mix it up real good and then just let it continue to cook until your vegetables are very softened. Now what we want to do, Worcestershire. And I add quite a bit and then you just let this continue to cook for probably about 10 to 15 minutes and then your vegetables will be all nice and tender. Your meat will be thoroughly cooked through and it'll be ready to serve on a bun with some cheese. Super, super easy today. All right, how's that looking and smelling?
Delicious.
Smells amazing. Such a simple, what they call Maid Rite burger. So it's just more or less a ground beef burger. Now mine, I put onions, which they put, and then yellow peppers. We like the yellow peppers in ours. You can put whatever color peppers you want, or you can add mushrooms. You can do it however you want. Now once it's all done cooking, we actually just stack it on the bun. Now Mark likes his open faced, so I put it on both sides for him. And then he also let me know that he prefers American cheese.
I like the government cheese on this.
And I didn't have any American cheese
And I don't
out.
eat it very often, but on cheeseburgers and this, I like it.
Honey, you can have it however you want. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this under the broiler just for a few seconds so that the cheese can actually melt.
Well, gosh, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Look at that nice cheesy. And Mark also likes to eat his open face style, so he has cheese on both and he'll just eat it open face. But that's the one fun thing about this recipe. Let's get the rest of your beef. Is you literally can, if you want it open face style, if you want it just regular cheeseburger style, you could do it however you want. So that's how they do it back in Iowa. Tell me how it tastes, honey. Might be a little toasty. I think that says it all. We hope you enjoy this recipe as much as we do, and we'll be right back with more at your leisure.
Everybody always talks about the good old days when the grass was greener, the air was clearer, and adventure could be found in any direction. Well, the good old days are still here. You just need to know where to look. In Aurora, Utah, you can find everything you want out of life. Limitless OHV access, views that ignite the imagination, and destinations that remind you how the good old days are closer than you thought. Aurora, Utah, where the good old days are brand new.
Unexplored. Does it mean riding the same trails as everyone else? Fishing the same lakes? Stopping at the same views? No. Unexplored is so much more. To find it, you need to get off the beaten path. In the northeast corner of Utah, you and your family can still find a land that's unexplored. The shores of Flaming Gorge are only the beginning of a family adventure in Daggett County. Daggett County, Utah. It's what you find at the end of your adventure.
Join us on AYL 24/7 with early access to commercial-free episodes, detailed trip itineraries, a look behind the scenes, group discussions and forums, profile and account customization, individual segments, and a nostalgic trip to classic episodes. We want our viewers to get the show they want to see when they want to see it. It's all the viewing you've grown to love and more. Sign up now at AYLTV.com.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Hey everybody, welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're riding along with the Lone Peak Four-Wheeler Club. Skylar, how we doing?
We're doing great today. We just
40 Jeeps, man, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. We're getting through the rock garden right now.
That's cool. Well, hey, this is a great trail. I think one of the great things about people maybe new to Jeeping or new to off-roading, you know, checking out a club event like this makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, it does. They can really learn a lot from being with the group.
Exactly. You guys are doing a great job leading it. Good information on the radio. Everybody's got the chance to speak up, and even 10-100 breaks, you guys pay attention to those.
We try to pay attention to everyone's needs.
That's cool. Well, you know, let's check out this club and let's see what they do for their members and just really how everybody enjoys it.
Out with Lone Peak Four-Wheelers, we've been with them for a few years. We sure enjoy the group. It's a lot of fun. We get to come out here and see new places, and we've been here before, but it's time to enjoy it again with new friends.
It's a good opportunity for anyone who's never off-roaded before. Maybe they're new to having a Jeep or an off-road vehicle. Come out, safe space. We're taking it nice and slow. It's a good place to ask questions, learn different things about their machine, and just a fun day just to kind of get a glimpse of what it's like to be in the off-road community.
Part of it is just the security of having, if you have a breakdown, sometimes you have a mechanical issue and you may need somebody to drive you out or help you fix it. And so there's a lot of safety in being with a group, as well as just the fun of it.
The biggest benefit of being part of a club is having someone to learn off of. A lot of the times when we first got started, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to use our Jeeps. We didn't know how to find our way through things. And being in a group like this, you have a lot of people with different skill sets, and you can find someone to help you out. And now I'm on the end of I'm helping other people out and helping other people find their way through it. So they respect the territory, they respect the land that they're on, and they treat each other with respect, and they're really kind and gentle.
Well, we moved here from Dallas, Texas. Moving into a new state, you need to find ways to entertain yourself, explore the whole state, and find new friends. And when we found the group that we're in right now, you find family. That's the best part about the Jeep. Everything is like family. You've never met before, but you talk to them as if you were friends forever.
What would your perfect day in Green River look like? You'd probably start with a few good friends and a hearty breakfast. From there, you'd hit the trails along the Green River and find things you never expected. Your OHVs would take you to places both striking and serene. You'd end at Ray's for a burger and good conversation, letting the memories grow long into the night. Green River, Utah. Ride your perfect today.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at AYLTV.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol-free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
Sometimes to recharge, you need to unplug. In Tikaboo, Utah, you'll find a landscape that will give you more energy than you ever thought possible. Escape the heat in the Henry Mountains, where history, off-road adventure, and bison herds meet. It's time to unplug and recharge. Tikaboo, Utah.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, the history along this place is great. When you're out in the Jeep and you're in Utah, there are always features to look at along the way of the trail. And 5 Mile Pass and Rattlesnake Canyon has all of that. Not only beautiful scenery, but we pass some mine shafts along the way as well. Now these are pretty cool and we like to check them out, but there's all kinds of stuff. Let's talk to some of the folks that are also with us today and see what they think.
We come because the jeeping's fun. We come because the friendships are great. It's camaraderie and the jeeping and being outside.
I think jeeping is really fun. My wife and I have been ATVers for 20 years, and so we're kind of moved into the jeeping thing. We still do both, but it's a good way for people to get outdoors and see what this state has to offer and to be able to enjoy the outdoors.
Really just getting out. There's beautiful views. I mean, I love the views, I love the obstacles. I love just being out with people. It's really just a fun time.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I love meeting new people, and for me, I love the thrill and the confidence that you can gain from achieving things that you thought were maybe impossible.
So when we first got the Jeep back in 1992, I loved it. I thought, wow, this is really cool. This is awesome. But over the years, as Don has added to it and got it lifted and it got bigger tires, bigger wheels, and all the fun accessories, I'm hooked. Like, I'm really having fun.
I'm just thrilled that 2 of my kids came out and we all took a turn driving up the difficult obstacles. So it's given us all a chance to enjoy it, and it's a slow adrenaline rush is what I call it.
I'll say I'm impressed with where Dad's at now, and Dad and Mom with the Jeeping they're doing now, because I didn't do a lot of off-road back in high school, and so it is kind of new to me right now, but I've been enjoying, you know, this group and making some new friends and coming on these trips. So.
And we've got 2 grandkids now, 2 boys ages 2 and 4, and they love it. We take them and they have a good time. So we're passing it on to the next generation.
You know, this is one of the features that we see along this trail. On this particular sealed mine shaft, if you can believe it, there's a Jeep sitting down in the bottom of this. Probably 35 or so years ago was when it actually ended up down there. And over that period of time with the erosion and different dirt, it has slowly buried itself. You really can't even much see it anymore, but it's there, entombed forever. But that's what's really interesting about the area is we check all this out along the way as we go, and it's really cool. So while we're still going along here on Rattlesnake Canyon, you guys check out this interesting story coming up.
Trail closures are nothing new. Utah may have over 80,000 miles of public trails for OHV use, but that doesn't mean they'll always be there. As motorized recreation continues to grow, the debate between access and human impact rages on. While recreating responsibly is the first step towards keeping trails open, there's more you can do to participate in the conversation.
Blue Ribbon Coalition is a national 501c3 nonprofit, and so we've been fighting since 1987 through advocacy, lobbying, litigation, all of the ways that you can to fight to keep public land open for recreation across the country. For every user group, we're working with snowmobilers, off-roaders, side-by-sides, dirt bikes. We just released our first volume of the Lost Trails Guidebook, and the Lost Trails Guidebook is a collection of 30 trails that we've gone out and inventoried in the state of Utah that we think are at the greatest risk of being closed in a lawsuit we're in with the environmental groups that are trying to close these trails down. And so these trails are in the San Rafael Desert, the San Rafael Swell, and then some areas around Kanab. And when we went out and looked at these trails after being part of these lawsuits, the #1 reason that they're closing trails is because we're not using them enough. And if that's the reason we're losing trails, that's an embarrassing and dumb reason to be losing a trail. So we went and found 30 trails that aren't being used enough that we need you to go out and ride. We were supported in this project by the Yamaha Outdoor Access Initiative, and Jorgensen's Power Sports in Richfield, Utah was our lead dealer sponsor to help us produce the guidebook.
We need to be a stronger voice. The recreational groups that's using these trails need to be the voice that speaks up and says, we want these trails open. Instead of just being the silent group riding, we need to be the ones that are riding and being vocal about it. It's okay to go ride, but if we're not standing up for our rights, the majority, the louder voice is going to sway the public, and we just sit back and watch our trails close down.
And the best way to stand up for your rights is to let your voice be heard.
We often will ask people to make comments on BLM plans. Especially with these trails, we want you to tell the BLM that you love these trails, that you have plans to use them again, and that you want them to keep these trails open.
See, my whole philosophy is we need to discover Utah. I don't need to travel outside of Utah to get my recreation. There's so much to see here. There's so much to do here. We're living in one of the greatest states in the country. But it's a matter of getting us, our communities, to recognize where we live and the opportunities that exist where we live.
If you donate to the Blue Ribbon Coalition, you'll receive the guidebook as a free gift. Or if you're in Richfield, Utah, stop by Jorgensen's Power Sports to pick one up. And if you don't think this is an urgent issue, the second trail listed in the book was just closed a few months ago.
It does show you how critically urgent this is, that we go out and use these trails. And we need users who have gotten attached and emotionally connected to these trails because they've used them. Anytime you use these trails, and then we need you to support us and send comments to the BLM telling them you use them. So we want you to ride them, but then we want you to fight for them.
Whatever you can do to support the Blue Ribbon is definitely money well spent, no question. They're fighting the battle for us every day, and we want to support them. They're in lawsuits to protect our riding ability all the time, and we need to support the Blue Ribbon Coalition.
If you go to sharetrails.org, that's our homepage for Blue Ribbon Coalition. We always need more people engaged. If you care about outdoor recreation, if you care about motorized outdoor recreation, we need you to become part of this. We have to become the biggest mobilized force of outdoor recreation users, or they're going to close everything down given the way things are going now. And so we need your support. Sometimes that's making a comment to an agency, sometimes that's helping fund a lawsuit. Sometimes that's going out and riding a trail that we need you to ride. I mean, there's always a lot everyone could be doing to be helping. But if you care about this lifestyle, if you care about these experiences, we need you engaged.
Where do you start your day when there are endless opportunities to explore? In Richfield, we'll set you on the right track with the Paiute ATV Trail right on our doorstep. Head into the Tusher Mountains and taste the crisp mountain air. Explore desert landscapes that echo voices from the past. Richfield, the heart of Utah Trail Country.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
Locally owned Stedman's Recreation has been serving Utah for over 50 years. The owners, Russ, Dave, and Kirk, live and ride here. Stedman's Recreation supports the community, sponsoring schools, Utah state parks, and Utah trail systems. Looking for a new side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike? Your wait is over. Inventory is in stock. Let Stedman's help you get outside so you can create memories that last a lifetime. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, Argo, KO, and Beta.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You might think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, we're still on the 5 Mile Pass Rattlesnake Canyon trip with the Lone Peak Four Wheelers Club on their meet and greet Saturday. A great opportunity for the public to get involved in a club like this and really be introduced to it. I'm telling you, if you're new to off-roading, if you're new to a Jeep and you want to get out and explore, this is a great way to do it. And it doesn't get any better than that for views and beauty. So that's a benefit. Now, I'm gonna catch back up to the club. So while I do that, you guys check out next week's show. Next week, we're getting a new spin on an old classic as we're heading to Bonneville Garage to show you some exciting news and recapping what's been done so far on AYL's Road Force 1 classic GMC motorhome build. Then Doug Jessup is heading off the coast to California as he gets a one-of-a-kind Humvee tour to show you all the amazing scenery, beauty, and history of Catalina Island. And finally, Brett Pennefather is showing you a truly remarkable paradise as he spends a day doing all the water sports, rock climbing, and hiking, even some Maori rock carvings that can be enjoyed at Lake Taupo, New Zealand. Now let's check out our calendar of events. First up, Jamboree season rolls on with Side-by-Side Adventure Rally on the Rocks, May 11th through the 13th. This is a fantastic family-friendly 3-day event that features guided trails and some great rock crawling and scenery in and around the Sand Hollow State Park. Also, May 13th is the Paiute ATV Jamboree's second annual Mama Bear Run, which is a great way to celebrate Mom on the trail. It'll be a great day enjoying the Paiute Trail system, a poker run on the ride, and some great prizes for high and low hands. Skylar, I'm gonna call this a good day.
It was a great day.
It's a fantastic day. The weather is perfect. It's actually kind of warm now. I'm digging on it. We got through this trail.
Yep.
Didn't have any issues.
No.
40 vehicles.
Yeah.
That's a group.
It was.
Would you call it a success for your meet and greet?
Yes, it was a very big success.
Yeah? Holy smokes, man. And all the way through the rock quarry, garden, all that, man, and nobody broke anything, right? Do I need to pass out some cards? No, we did good. These guys did great. What a great club. And I have to congratulate you guys because I think this meet and greet went along pretty well.
It did.
Any new people gonna sign up? Yeah, all right. Hey, we got a lot of new people gonna come to this, and that's the good reason of joining a club because they do so many great things and you can learn a lot. So if you're new, just do it. Did you have fun? Give me a fist pump, dude. How about you? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You bet. Look, even the kids have a good time doing this. So, you know, with all of that, we're going to remind all of you that there's adventure around every bend.
All you got to do is get out and find it.
At your leisure! Woo! Let's go!